Amidst accusations of being a shooting coward and a worse overall player than Brandon Ingram and other hot take clickbait hysteria, Ben Simmons reminded everybody how he's still a superstar last night in Brooklyn on Martin Luther King Day with 34 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, 5 steals, 2 blocks. Ben Simmons reminded everyone how he's still a superstar. First of all, I want to start the proceedings, in case you're not convinced, with a little Brett Brown quote. It goes just like this. He was asked the other day about Ben Simmons, his shot, people's perception of Simmons, and Brown basically said, tiny bit cut out, tiny bit paraphrased, but he said, Ben Simmons' judgment world is bizarre to me, oftentimes amazingly unfair, inaccurate, because it's driven out of a stat sheet. Did he shoot a 3 tonight? Did he take 2 shots in the fourth or 10? What I do as a coach is judge it holistically about his defense, how he created for others. What I judge is the holistic part of, did he play defense? Did he lead the team? Did he get the team shots that needed to be gotten? And I think yes, yes, and yes. Wow, what a tank he's been in our early offense lately. It's just a dunk fest. It's dunk, dunk, dunk. He's running through people, over people, and it's generated a lot through our defense and out in the open court. It's does he help us win? And that's far more than, he shot 6 times or 2 times to me. Brett Brown, I think, spot on with that assessment. But in case you don't understand exactly what he meant, let's again use this Brooklyn game as a little film study to show you how Ben Simmons can impact the game in so many ways, even if he doesn't really have a jump shot. First of all, his unbelievable pace and transition is kind of what Brett Brown was talking about. Always attacking the basket in early offense. You see here his dexterity being completely ambidextrous to go up with the right hand, get the tip in with the left hand. Phenomenal second jumper. Look at this on defense. You hear a lot of Defensive Player of the Year talk, or at least first team all defense, as Thibault flies Prince off the 3. Look at Ben Simmons. Really smart, high IQ play, telling Thibault then to get the corner. Ben can get Prince, contest the shot, and then again, once we're on offense now, it's off to the races with Simmons. You need to do a great job walling up him with 5 guys, kind of like Giannis, kind of like the way he plays. And if you don't, like Brett Brown was talking about, Ben has been an absolute force lately, getting to the rim, getting dunks, playing downhill, attacking with force. Here he goes to the Euro step to get an easy layup in transition. Like I said, if you don't have that wall built up, Ben's going to get all the way to the basket. And if you do have a wall at least reasonably built up, that's when Brett Brown's talking about the shots he gets for his teammates. How many shots, how many wide open threes he ends up creating. Even after a make here, you see Simmons change speeds a little bit, end up going into a full sprint, and then with 20 seconds on the shot clock, James Ennis has a wide open 3 in transition. Again, first player in NBA history with a 30-point triple-double, with 5 steals, 80% field goal percentage, 4-1 in the games without Joel Embiid, 5 straight games with 20-plus points. Again, pressure on the defense. This forces not just Simmons, man, Claxton have to guard him, but you see Dinwiddie has to be in, Temple has to be in. All these guys have to be in helping. And then since Dinwiddie helped stop the ball in Simmons, now he's having to fly Ennis. Ennis is able to attack the closeout on the catch, get past him, and now Ennis beats his man and is able to find Bolden for the dump off. This is a hockey assist for Simmons, but again, it doesn't really show up in the stat sheet. It's really, though, created by the pressure he puts on the defense by playing with such phenomenal pace, which again is going to allow Ennis to get ahead of his man and eventually find Bolden for the dump off. Korkmaz, a really good 3-point shooter. Look at the wide open look he's getting from the top of the key here. Again, just because defenses are worried about it. Jared Allen is matched up with Ben Simmons reasonably well, but human tendency a lot of times is to get sucked in on penetration, feel like you need to go help, which is going to, again, create wide open 3s for his teammates. That's what Brett Brown is talking about. Did he get us the shots we needed to get? Did he create for others? Did he make his teammates better? Mike Scott, how easy is that? Pretty terrible defense by Brooklyn, but pretty great creation by Ben Simmons. Career high, 8.5 assists per game, 5th in the league. You may not, again, see this one really because it's a hockey assist, but again, it's created by recognizing, okay, Taurean Prince is down, I've got a 5-on-4, so I've got to go put pressure on the defense, attack, and now we're just reading. We got Joe Harris in the corner trying to help him guard 2 until Prince can get back in the play. Thibault's going to make the extra pass to get an open corner 3 for Mike Scott. Again, shows up as a hockey assist, but it's even more meaningful than that for Simmons. Put pressure on the defense, finds Josh Richardson for a wide open corner three. Offensive rebound, even when guys don't hit him. The kick out then to Harris ends up getting Simmons the assist on Harris's one dribble three. Pace, pace, pace. To me, as much as Westbrook, Fox, Ben Simmons is right up there as one of the highest paced, fastest players in the league. Again, Korkmaz ends up getting a corner three because Simmons, again, forces a wall. Look how many bodies have to stop the ball. Three basically in there, ends up kicking it out to Neto, and now the corner's wide open. So again, when you hear, Giannis, yes, is a more athletic, more freakish version, but I do sincerely think the way Ben Simmons is most successful is playing kind of the way Giannis does, is playing especially out of this top of the key spot, just attacking a lot of times in transition before defenses have a chance to get set up with basically just a 4-out alignment, corners both filled, slots both filled, and now Ben Simmons gets in there. Once again, defense has a tendency to come in and help, and now we got Thibault a wide open three out of it. He creates so many of those open threes like Giannis does, and that's when he's so successful playing out of this spaced floor. Part of why I think they've been so successful even without Embiid, and why I think, if anything, what Embiid needs to do is add a better shot to his game and become a more reliable three-point shooter, because Ben can absolutely always put pressure like this on the defense. You see, again, this is all a creation of Ben. This is all a creation of the pace. Getting up ahead of guys. Attacking the paint, kick out, Horford gets closed out to, extra pass, gets Harris a wide open three. Again, make or miss, these are phenomenal wide open threes that, yes, Ben Simmons isn't shooting, but he's creating a tremendous volume, and the analytics back this up of wide open threes. Again, pressure on the defense, Jared Allen comes in a little bit, allows him to find Horford for a huge dagger three, put him up 4 late in the game. And then, for as much talk as what Ben can't do, again, we seem to miss a lot of the really special things he can do. Even in the half court, even with him hardly being guarded with the ball right here, is an after timeout play by Brett Brown, little flex screen, back screen for Tobias Harris for the lob. That's a beautiful pass by Ben Simmons. Those things are underappreciated. Start after a timeout play right here. Nets came out kind of in a zone, but with Temple putting on-ball pressure on Simmons. You know what? Ben beating him here, forcing the zone defender to pick him up, finding Horford. It's a little baseline jumper, short corner too, but you know what? This is a big shot to create out of a zone when a lot of teams don't get good looks out of it. That's a high IQ play. Great, great pass by Ben Simmons. And then what the Sixers found lately, and especially yesterday, was using Simmons as the screener, a dribble handoff guy. Josh Richardson really benefited from being able to learn how to be a basketball player in Miami, make mid-range jumpers, not just be a basketball robot. This was a funny little sequence here with TLC. Simmons gets knocked over as Richardson hits the mid-range jumper. That's a screen assist right there, what Rudy Gobert does so well. A lot of screening, just being able to stand in there, take the hit sometimes, dole out the hit, as this time Simmons hits him. Now Simmons gets the ball back. Look at this. Great touch around the rim. For as poor of a shooter as he is, he has phenomenal touch. Again, with both hands, with the right-handed hook shot at the basket. And then here, again, Simmons takes the bump, which, you know what, is going to lead to free throws for him. Where still, Simmons isn't a phenomenal free throw shooter, but his shot is gradually improving, shooting better as of late, getting to the line pretty often. Here, yes, this is the type of play in the playoffs that people are going to screenshot this, frame this as, oh my God, can you believe Ben Simmons didn't take this shot? Yes, in a perfect world, I would love him to be able to make this wide open 8-foot shot, but I think this play even was drawn up for Al Horford to get a deep seal as Simmons pops and is wide open, and now Simmons is able to throw this high-low pass again, which looks simple, looks easy. It's not. Not everybody in the league can do this. Great touch on the pass to put it over the top where only Horford can get it. Gets Horford again, a layup at the basket. Now, playing again, a huge added benefit this year too. Neto playing the point guard, Trey Burke occasionally. When Simmons is at the 5, what they love to run is just this angle pick and roll with Simmons setting it. And then he becomes, again, a really dangerous roll man with the left hand there. Great roll finish. Here, shot fake on kind of these short rolls. He's so high IQ, such a smart player. that when you're not able to roll all the way to the rim, when you catch it short like this, sometimes you got to know, okay, shot fake gets the big up in the air, then I end up getting tackled and go to the free throw line. Against the zone, they say so much of screening is just knowing when to dive, how to time it correctly. Look at how smart by Simmons here, knowing against the zone, kind of waiting after he sets the screen, and then when Claxton stops the ball, Simmons is going to dive right behind the defense for a dunk. He is a brilliant basketball player, honestly, if you watch him all the way through. Again, set that good angle screen, get a good hit on your man, have a smart point guard like Neto that can find you in the pocket, take a hit, get to the free throw line. Defenses start catching on to it, try to switch up the coverage. They're going to switch this one here. Okay, how about an added benefit of, do we talk about Simmons can post up a mismatch and go to this right-handed running hook? Rudy Gobert doesn't have that solution in his game. Clint Capella doesn't have that. And yes, again, if you talk about the jump shot, what I think Simmons needs to really add is not the three, but this shot right here. On plays like this, just out of flow of the game, dribble handoffs, side pick and rolls, whatever, Ben Simmons, if you can make this free throw line jumper off a dribble right here to at least make defenses not be able to go under completely so much when the screen's even this low, make them have to respect this a little bit. On this one, Ben ends up traveling. I think that's a huge difference for his game. So yes, in a perfect world, Ben will add that shot, I think, more than the three. But even with that being said, here's a pretty similar type play where Bolden sets, again, a really low screen, and Ben's able to kind of just stretch it out, hang in the air, finish with his right hand off the backboard. So even with that complaint, Ben still does a pretty good job of getting to the basket, finding creative ways to finish. Here, spotting up this time, okay, when he's off ball, when he doesn't have the ball, you know what? He still does a great job of catching and going. Catch it, go, right away. Put pressure on the defense, get to the basket. He's doing a relentless job attacking the basket lately. Here he hits ahead to start. Eventually he's going to find his way back into the play. And again, catching and going. Knowing he's not going to catch it and shoot it, but he is going to catch it with a head of steam, on the move, get fouled, end up again getting to the free throw line. This was a play drawn up after a timeout. Again, to take advantage. Yes, they're playing that early career LeBron defense, 10 feet off Ben Simmons. But if Al Horford's going to just seal his man under the basket, now Simmons is able to get all the way basically to 3-4 feet for that little right-handed floater off the glass that he has great touch on. No harm, no foul. So yes, again, you see situations like this, will they be saying in the playoffs, imagine having a point guard, can't take this shot, blah, blah, blah. It's mostly noise, okay? Yes, if Ben could make this shot, that would be tremendous. But there's been plenty of great point guards, Rondo, Magic Johnson, early career LeBron, whoever it is, that weren't able to make jump shots consistently. Jason Kidd for a long time before he had to earn the J in his name. All right, but the thing about this, even if you could make this shot, yes, that obviously would be great, but it's not a turnover. It's not a missed shot. It's not James Harden going 1 of 17 from 3. It allows the team, okay, he can't shoot it. Nets sniffed out the play, played it pretty well, but you know what? We still have possession. We still have 10 on the shot clock. We can still go to a second side pick and roll and play out of it. Again, talk about what can Simmons do. I know there's a lot, the jump shot that he can't do, but do we talk about how the first play of the game, Brett Brown can draw up this little zone beater where Al Horford catches the ball in the middle and throws the lob up to Simmons? Are there a lot of point guards that can do that? Or the second play when this time Prince is going to stay behind him, Ben can post up on it, and kind of a not great pass by Al, but look at this volleyball spike pass to Thybulle for the corner. How high IQ, how clever. Again, the post game. How many point guards have this in their game? When he came out of the draft, he was kind of looked at as a point forward. Brett Brown had some initiative, too, to put him at the point guard spot. So as much as we talk about, can you imagine having a point guard that can shoot? What about having a point guard that can play like Clint Capella in the dunker spot and end up getting a whole lot of free throws or layups in that spot? What about having a guy that can post up a mismatch and get a reverse slam when he overplays? Again, for all the things Ben Simmons can't do, there's a whole lot more he can do. Again, playing in the dunker spot here as Neto has the mismatch on him. He's going to basically tell Neto, just throw it up right here. Neto not a great pass. Simmons, though, again, you see phenomenal hands. Phenomenal hand-eye coordination. Phenomenal touch with both hands. The left hand. And then again, you see, okay, how many guys can eat up space in the zone like this? Find the kick-out pass. This was a huge winning play. 2-point game, 30 seconds left. Scramble situation. He made Brooklyn get in this scramble right here. And now Korkmaz is going to get the ball back, have his man a little bit off him. Huge three. Winning type plays. Energy, what Brett Brown talked about. Does he make his teammates better? Does he pick them up? Literally there. Does he get big-time steals like this? Leads the NBA in steals. 4th in defensive win shares. Philly's 3rd in defensive rating. Look at this. Kind of paces himself a little bit throughout the game. Might not start out the game with the highest intensity on defense, but especially as the game gets going. Second half, 4th quarter, he's guarding the 5-man here. Look how smart this was as Thibel's trying to overplay. Now Ben Simmons helps him out on the ball. Still recovers back to Claxton at a time. Completely clean, slap of the ball. Big, big steal. Again, discipline, being able to defend without fouling, being able to defend in that 5 spot, being in a drop on this pick and roll here, staying between the roller and the basket, not fouling, tipping the ball for the rebound. Gives Brett Brown the flexibility to come out and start the 4th quarter, down 1, and put Philly in this kind of full court press, where they're going to try to make the lob over the top. Simmons is going to go get it, and Philly just steals possession to start the 4th quarter. That was a huge, huge turning point, huge play in the game. And then you want to talk all defense, perfect closeout, perfect hands, perfect pressure, slaps the ball away, gets it back. Look at that intensity. This is a guy that loves winning, loves to compete. Look at how psyched up Brett Brown is for him, his teammates are for him. Look at him get a running start here, try to get the offensive rebound, end up falling on the floor. But he can't stop. Look at him. Fly Joe Harris off the line. Thibault recovers to the ball. Look at Philly. I just wanted to point this out as a team. Harris rotates. Neto rotates, stunts to Prince, kind of plays in the middle of them, ends up forcing a turnover. Huge, huge winning play after winning play. Again, Ben Simmons might not be exactly the way you want him to be, but doesn't mean he's not a phenomenal impact player, leading the Sixers right now and playing like an absolute superstar. Make sure you hit the thumb up button, hit the subscribe button, follow Scout with Bryan, Twitter, Instagram, the podcast. Thanks for watching.